It has begun, day 57 of Stoneblock, here in the factory, where I kinda just want to focus on the factory today, and doing the many things that need doing. We got bananas in chat from Fortunate Narado, Floyne, Forgil, Becca and Devin Crates. Thank you as always for putting those bananas in the chat. It is appreciated, and you might notice that the layout and various things have changed around here, and that's because I've been trying to move this thing along a little bit. It's a great project, but it's a little on the slow side of all the details and stuff, right? And so I kind of sussed out where I wanted a couple of things to go. Like in here is where we're going to build our control room. It's not going to be very big. We're going to suss out some of that today. I also kind of want to finish up these towers, get the decor inside done. And so yeah, we're just going to be working on various things around here, is at least the plan. I've also bookmarked a few things over here. Right, we can now make this stuff, and those, and therefore these. Although that requires them. Oh, and there's a flux crystal block. That might be worth just making for the fun of it, right? Let's make that for the fun of it today. Oh yes, and you'll see over here an awakened draconium crux, and also a solar panel has been bookmarked. Well, why is that? Let's start off with a little bit of an upgrade to our power production. Ah, and I got a panel over here, right? I need to start using this. I routinely go to the other panel down below because I'm used to going there. So what I realized is that in order to make this, we need those things. And you know what? I can actually craft all of that because this draconium ingot, we have been mining this stuff for ages as it goes. Oh, I've also already got an awakened draconium crux. That must have been a gift out of a loot bag thing. Welcome to all the peeps tuning in on a Wednesday morning. Hope everyone's doing well. Bingo cards have been sent out apparently. I've got a rough idea what that's all about. Oh. Okay, that's a different recipe, but again, never stars, right? And I realised something. Because I went and added some essence for the thing that we built a farm for last time, the Fluxed Electrum Essence. So currently, it's using the recipe that we set up last time to create this stuff. And then when I realised that we're going to need a lot of it, I decided to farm the essence. And in doing so, what was it? Lost my train of thought again. Oh yeah, I realised that the Never Star essence we don't use to make the Never Stars. So these are all made from that farm there. So ironically, we made this to farm the Never Essence, and then I never actually automated that being turned into Never Stars. So if ever we need a redonkulous amount of them, we know how to get them. So that will be the last part of that, and then I'll add this recipe too. Uh-huh. Where are we going? That one? That's the one. So now we can access all of our molecular assemblers. Put in these things here. Now we could go one level further on with the solar panels. The next level up will be the draconium. And you see here that it requires the awakened draconium ingot, which we do not have. So then we need to go and farm this stuff. So we'll upgrade this solar panel at the beginning, but we'll do the other stuff later, is what I'm thinking. Now I could actually make some. If we have a look at how much it takes to make one, 59,000 bytes. I forget how many our system uses. Let's go pinch some solar panels. We do have noises in the air. We have AZ Pineapple here for 3 months, DJ Echo here for 47, and Asp is here for 32. Thank you so much for your continued support, peeps. As always, it is appreciated, and I hope you're enjoying the stream we're doing here today. Let's cut off roughly half. So that's 32. Well, that's a good guess then, isn't it? Because we've got a stack there. So I think what I want to do... Oh, do you know what? These recipes require 4. So this thing goes from 32 generation up to 65. So we're doubling it, but it also costs 4 of them. So we're actually losing generation now, aren't we? That wasn't the case before, was it? They always used 4, but then you went from 2 to 8, so you were compacting at that level. And then from 8 to 32, but now from 32 to 64, you're actually losing generation, if I'm not mistaken. Capacity is also just doubled. So it's really a space thing now, which, if I'd have known that beforehand, I might not have bothered. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to chuck that in there and request 32. We're just going to throw more resources into it. I guess the fact that it's taking time to calculate worries me. It's probably too much. No crafting CPUs are available. Interesting. Okay. Notice how I had a plan to focus on this area and immediately I'm off down a rabbit hole. I need to learn how much these hold again. 64k crafting storage. So 128, 256. Let's make a bunch of those and upgrade all of these, I'm thinking. How many? I don't know. It needs 400 cases, Blackjack. Right. You've remembered the number. Awesome. We got Cylon Craft here for 15 months. Thank you so much, my dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. We're 7 minutes in. I got a hot cup of tea right here. Oh, that is nice. Right, there we go. 32 of those. Now, we might have a bit of an issue with this next bit. What I'm going to do is make 4 of these, like the next level up. I had an issue where I was trying to rebuild this. It was an off-camera thing, and every time I built it, the blocks like broke and popped off. If I see that again, I think I remember how to fix it. So now, I don't know how many that is. If I go up here, I don't know how I would see. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. If we type in solar, we'll now tell it that we want 32. It might take a minute to do all that calculating, which is kind of scary. X building an Amazon data center. Well, we do have a data center here, don't we? Right, so... Oh, yeah, hang on. So 64k times 10 is, you know, 640k. So we kind of need 10, and I feel like we've got more than that there. Oh, look. That one's doing it. I upgraded the one that gets used for the other thing. It'd be interesting to know if you could, like, permanently assign one of these machines to do one particular recipe. That I would think would be interesting. Yeah, look at this problem. Oh, that time it was okay. Huh. So, we try again. I can actually do this remotely, can't I? So now it should find one. Unless we are brutally unlucky and for some reason there's another recipe in that one. It could be that the first ones are always the ones with the most. Oh, it's actually telling us this time no crafting are available. Yeah, look at that. So I think your best ones go first. So because we have 2 things that automatically turn on at the moment, that means that they'll get used first. But we also need tons of oak wood. And here's the thing. I chewed through all of that without realizing it, creating charcoal. How many did we just craft? It was like 32. I reckon we probably need 16 should, well, 16 would definitely cover it. I reckon we need about 12. That should cover it. Let's drink some more tea. Becca says, I'm sad. X is no longer a silly goose. I've always been a silly goose. Come on. Nemir says, I just finished rewatching yesterday's stream. Was nice. It was very popular. I've had a lot of nice tweets and whatnot about it. There you go. I'm glad we did it. And I know what game I'm going to play tomorrow, I believe. But I'll keep it a secret for now. So I need another 1, 2, 3, 4. So I needed 16. Which is weird, because I made 32 and I got almost 3 done. I can't. Forget trying to do maths, X. You won't figure it out. So, oak wood was the issue. I can't think of a way I can just spruce up a bunch of oak wood quickly. Let's see how much we were missing. So this fantastic good idea to do at the beginning of the stream may have not been so. Everything started with just the stone, says Pre-Brainiac. That's the way it works. So we need another 18k. More puzzle type games would be fun, says Rob. I like puzzles. Change the piston recipe to use the ore dictionary, says Blackjack. Right, because it's the piston. Blackjack, I feel like you know more about my world than me sometimes. And I'm not sure how that makes me feel. I don't know if it was the regular piston or the sticky piston. Actually, that one would be made out of a piston, so don't worry about it. So then I guess I got to figure out what other type of wood we could chew up. Look at this, they're all stuck at 32. Which, to me, suggests... wrong one. Now, do I want to just go with ore dictionary? Like that? Let's try it, because I was about to swap it over to jungle. Well, now you need a home. Okay, and as we learned, that one should just go back in there. Right. I was about to say third time's a charm. I think this is like our 5th attempt or something. Maybe even more than that. You also need to set up a plank recipe for other wood types. Oh, yeah. Still looking for the oak wood. Ooh, we're out of the blaze powder. Don't we have blaze essence available? Oh, do you know what? It might be that our blaze essence just slowly gets chewed through over time. It's only missing 2, though. Look at that, though. Surely... maybe... It should be able to make more than it's saying it can. Here's what I'm going to do. Not that. Wait, that has a recipe? That was confusing. No, it doesn't. I just requested it. Let's just ask for, like, 5,000. And then have that work away in the background. So when I chose this one, I had the completely wrong idea. Actually, no, I didn't have the wrong idea. We need complementing recipes. Okay, so if I go to wood, we need cha-cha, spruce, and jungle. And spruce again, that's dark oak, that's why. So we make a bunch of new patterns then. Oh look, it's all on the side actually. Yep, that's what we need. Birch was probably in there somewhere. We'll leave one reserved. And then dark oak. No, I'm being a wally. Right, so all of those go back in. Goodness me, it's complicated, right? That should give us the ability to now make the whole thing. Right, 9th time's a charm. That's what they say, isn't it? And I might have to wait an hour before we get any of this back. Cuplex says, wow, he's automated a lot of stuff. Oh, yes, we have. It's still trying to use oak wood. That's, maybe there's something else further down in the solar. In the solar tree, if we're going to call it a tree. Yeah, like, maybe it's that one there. So, like, the first level of solar is probably the issue. Here we go. So maybe just put that on. So we thought we were fixing the problem, but we weren't. And now, finally, 16 minutes to do what I do not need to do. This is basically a distraction. It still doesn't want to know, peeps. It still doesn't want to know. So how many of that first level does it want? It wants 16k of the first level. God, that's a lot of solar panels. Right, so it's something to do with that, that's for sure. Stick recipe maybe, says Kunja. Could be the stick recipe. I was told that I shouldn't use the ore dictionary on this. Now it seems like it's coming back to bite me. There doesn't appear to be a stick recipe for vanilla sticks, right? So maybe the thing isn't that. Maybe it's... Is there more in there? No, I don't see why it wants to use oak each time. Chat, what do you think? Specifically blackjack. So thanks a lot. Thank you for 66 months. 600 more months to go in order to satisfy the beast. Yes, yes it is. Thank you so much, my dude. Greatly appreciated. Hope you enjoy the stream. This mod very much feels like I want to play Minecraft, but I think I'm not playing Minecraft at all. That is a great way to describe it. Great way to describe it, you know. Okay, yeah, good suggestion from Blackjack would be to take out the oak recipe and then see if it'll do it. So let's just go straight to that one again. Watch it calculate yet again. This time it looks good. No, we're still missing oak wood planks. Didn't say that we needed wood up the top. Does anything else use it along the way? Not really, it's just that first one. Still wants the oak wood, doesn't it? Even though we got the all dictionary substitute thing up. I think it's because there is some oak already here, maybe. Let's type plank. Oh, maybe not. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong terminal for this. No, there isn't oak planks already here. Could it be the piston recipe? Let's go back to that because... Well, it told us it needed 88k, so I doubt it's actually that. But yeah, basically if we could just have tons of oak wood, this would all be solved. Check to see if I have the thing stored twice. I don't, because we looked for it a minute ago, and we only had it once. Maybe I should just tell it to use a different type of plank. So let's go correct this and say Maybe that's the way to solve the problem. And what's that one here? We took that out, but I'm going to put it back in now. What was this? 20th time's a charm? Manu CL says, the Goose Game yesterday was really funny. I'm glad you thought so. There you go, that solved it. Dang. Let's start. And now, I can't even see how many it's done. Interesting. That's the thing that I requested. What is that? I'm not sure what that is, because I requested a load of these, but what does it have to do with sulfur? Sorry, I'm clicking in the wrong spot. And here's this thing doing its wonders over there. 40 minutes! Gah. Gah. I think upgrading to those solar panels was maybe a little bit pointless. But who knows, we might need it eventually. So, as well as that, I wanted to do these little things, right? Let's go down to that area and take care of that, and then we'll come back up here and work on the factory. So, what I'm talking about is, in this area, we built that thing. No, sorry. You know that already. Over here, I added an extra layer. That's where that's basically the thing I showed you a second ago. We also make it here now. I was curious to see, interesting, what's going on here then. I was going to see if it handled the capacity okay. It seems to be. But I come up here and there's never stars popping out. I don't know what that's about. That is... Oh look, there it goes again. That's something to do with the harvester here, probably. Why would that be different? In theory, it can... Yeah, okay, so it makes sense that it's full up and therefore they pop out, but... Why the push-pull here not working? Maybe that's something to do with this thing. Is there any items on the ground? Yeah, I thought there might be. So maybe where I added one at the bottom, it's pushed out the one at the top. Which is fine. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We need another flux plug and another ender chest. So this one is yellow, yellow, yellow. Why do I get this weird feeling now that we might not even get to doing anything in the factory today? Okay, grab some of that, and also a diamond, right? Definitely also a diamond. So I'm going to come down to here. Actually, let's get the flux plug in, and it's flux point even, mystical farming. Okay, so we're going to go and break it off here, which means this one we'll need to give it power. That's all good, and I'm not sure that it needs to pull. I think it just gets the power anyway. So that should mean there's less demand going all the way up to the top. But this thing still ain't doing what it's supposed to do there. Now on every other floor, this thing is set up to push-pull. Might it have something to do with the conduit somehow? Like that's messing with it? That is bizarre. Here's what I'm going to do. Break it, put it back again. It definitely needed that conduit, didn't it? Because it's struggling to even put... It sort of looks like it's not even putting items in there. Well, something just went in. Ah, this is so annoying. I had no idea this was broken. Okay, I'm going to break off another one. Although I doubt it's going to... Look, if I take all of that out, we sort of hit the reset button a bit on the items coming up. In fact, so I'm going to break that. See, now the Nether Stars are coming out. Weird. Weird. Should just be putting them in here, really. Okay, so... Let's make sure this is configured correctly. Just got to pull from below. So maybe we should hook it up so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 each time. See if it handles that. Kind of looks like it's struggling. Maybe... these are not as empty as I thought they might be, but it looks like they are. And now it's popping out the top again. So let's go knock off this one. I do not understand that. That just feels really weird. Cat Chat says, just finished the Untitled Goose Game VOD. Came by to say hi. Well, welcome. Thanks for coming by. Why do they pop out? There's like space here for them to go into. What am I missing? Time to replace the buffer with conduits. That would be the simplest way of doing it, really, wouldn't it? That would actually be just a very simple way of doing this. These have been fun, but they are just turning into a pain. I like the idea, I like the concept, but... Yeah, it's... why are you falling down there? I've got a magnet. It's been a pain. Oh god, I thought there wasn't glass on the floor for a second. TerraBlay1, thank you ever so much for subscribing. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream we're doing here today. And thank you for the support. X, do you plan to get back to the Goose Game at some point? Probably not. I'm not a completionist, so I'm probably not going to do much more with it. It'd be nice if they added a bit more to that game, though. I'd definitely be interested if they like brought out an expansion pack or something. Still popping out up the top there. Right, that should start doing its thing. Because I don't want any more of this essence popping out all over the place. So that's all we've got to do, really. Put them in one by one. Look them up. And then add the power after. You know, like the world's been a bit shaky here and there lately. And I wonder if maybe it's little things like this, like you don't realise that off in the distance some thing or other is malfunctioning. I think a note for the future though might be to like not do this on camera when I notice something's broken. Maybe just leave it be and come do it off camera. Did I do that one? I did, yep. So that should also then give the block power, right? Which it's currently not doing, so... it's because that doesn't want to connect. I was going to use the Omni buffer, but they've been a pain, so let's grab a capacitor bank. Try it like that. There you go, this thing now has power, cool. Wonder how long they hold on. Not very long, by the looks of it. They can't go long without power. Yeah, there's another one. Oh look, they're all full as well because it's not got power to harvest. And we don't want that one. There you go. Right, and everything gets inserted nice and neatly and quickly. Oh! Let's hope there isn't some hidden problem here as well. Now I can reset these. I wonder if it keeps what's inside it. Because remember, we put a little capacitor thing. Yeah, it forgets it. But I would rather just reset them all, really. Which is what I wish you could do with these capacitor banks, but for some reason you can't. And then they fill up my inventory. So I didn't need another one of those. That's for sure. Aren't those also Silic machines? They are buggy, says Sir Firelord. They're Silic machines, but I don't think it's a case of it being buggy. It was just, I don't know, not interacting with the Omni buffer the way I wanted it to. Anyway, problem solved. And we can go do what I wanted to show you. What I might do is disable this machine over here. It was fun to set this thing up, it always is. But the problem is that it constantly uses this instead of the essence. Oh, here we go. And I don't know what the best way to turn this off actually is. And if it had a lower priority, I don't know if it would like choose the other recipe over the top of it. I think it might just be to take that out for now. Then in theory, because it's trying to fill up a drawer, it should keep making this. But use a different recipe. 21 minutes remaining. Yeah, now I got no idea what it's going to be doing. Let's have a look. Flux. I saw the numbers change for a split second. Because it should be able to use the recipe of that. I'm noticing it's not telling me... Oh, wait a minute, I'm looking at the wrong bit. It should be using that recipe. Oh wait, it won't see the numbers go up because... There you go, it just ticked up. These ones will probably stay the same. So it's now using those to craft it, I believe. But I'm just not catching it doing it here. Probably because it's very quick. Yeah, so I want to store that somewhere, but have it disabled. I think what I'll do is add a crate over here. And just attach, put this in here. So what I could now do is maybe just add a machine here that receives diamonds. And that would be a fluid transposer. There it is. Need those upgrade kits, conduits. It all rhymes all the time. Item conduit and power conduit. So yeah, this thing will be set up to have orange there. And then orange at the bottom. So it can put into this thing, which I believe it's now doing. A little bit laggy here. Now it accepted it because that was blue. If that one's blue, this would work too. Then it's just the back of the machine that needs to be both red and blue. Or orange and blue, like that, yeah. Cool. So we'll add that so it can get power. Now we need diamonds. Let's go grab them. Store them over here. C1 Paddock says, Xisuma, would you say that this pack has a big impact on improving your knowledge of modded Minecraft? Absolutely, yeah. But not just the pack, just the act of playing modded. You know, that's how you learn. By doing. Right, so we've got to make a recipe for that in a minute. Just thinking, how do we set this up? So like the extract channel is red. And then I think we put a filter, a diamond filter on the insert. That sounds right. Maybe I need more than one. So the insert channel is going to be red. This world is getting like really laggy. I don't know if you're feeling it. It's probably all the auto crafting I'm doing actually. So now it'll take the diamonds. It's doing it automatically. Right. I've forgotten something important here, is that we send the item into the block from the interface. So this thing's basically going to run around the clock unless the interface is like touching the thing. I think we had room for one more interface, so I think I might just add one on the end here and do it that way. Let's take those out. Yeah, we'll have one of those. Oh, it's definitely gotten laggy. And a cable. Some of those, please. Yeah, look at that. There is one more because that one is not being used. I remembered correctly. So... Oh, I think this means that I don't really need that item conduit anymore, do I? Didn't I add power here? Oh, maybe I added an item conduit thinking I was adding a powered one? There we go. Right, now it's got power. Now it's probably using those diamonds. So it's over here. So we now need to add... Look, it's not got the diamonds yet. Maybe this thing's still waiting to be a part of the network. Okay. So we go over to this machine and we... yeah. We do that. And that's literally it. I'm pretty sure that's literally it. Redstone comes from the other setup. Maybe that. See, that's the back. Yeah, that's now what we have here. Okay, so if I go into my system and type in flux, it'll appear there. I can craft it. If I ask for one, it'll send it over here, which isn't a great example because we already had 50. Let's try again. God, it's so laggy. And there you go. It comes through and we get one back. Right, that's all we needed. That's all we needed there. So I'm going to take those out. We're going to grab a crafting bench. No, a compacting. Compacting drawer. Not a Kim. Gah! Press the right buttons on the keyboard, please. Need a key to lock it, and then some upgrades. I bet I'm going to find out. Wait, I can find out very quickly. No, there is an essence for this. There is an essence for this. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've only got the one upgrade, so I could have put more on it, but we'll leave it like that for now. You can see it's laggy, right? Okay, so if we go all the way up here, this is perfect once again. Oh yeah, and look at this. It's, I think it's filled that up now. Or did it stop? Maybe it stopped. So that's now a part of that. And then I can come down here. and attach in one of these crystals, and because there's a recipe, it'll just start to make this stuff. So it can store 512. That thing's still going. It's starting to look like maybe auto-crafting some of this stuff isn't the best idea, because the world's laggy and it like ticks up really slow. Actually, is it doing a block a second at the moment? I think it's doing a block a second. Yeah, it is. Huh, maybe it is doing a good job then. It's probably that thing that's causing all the lag anyway. So, there you go. That thing's now going to slowly tick up, and we got 2 types of flux to blocks automated. Let's take that off the list. We need those crystals though for this stuff. So let's go create a bunch of recipes here. Okay, first of all, the regular recipes are the gear, then that thing, and then if we go to uses, aha, this is why I wanted to make it. I don't know about those things, but I thought the armor looked kind of cool. And that maybe what we could do is have a piece of like an armor stand with armor on display, like some modded armor. Whoops. Okay, and that will leave us with one thing to do, which is to make the machine pattern. Are the Nether Stars backed up with a conduit? Says Just So Fin. We could go double check. Might not be a bad idea to double check. Okay, so back over here, pattern modes, and tell it to do that in a compactor. Right, we'll go down to a compactor, we'll check up on our Nether Stars, and then we'll be done with this. This 42-minute distraction. Oh, God, that's the way it goes. Yeah, there's room for it in that one, this one, or that one. I'm going to go with this one, since there's an extra spot for it. So now what I can do, if I type it, well, it's already there actually, so I can request this armor. And it should be easy enough for it to make. Mm-hmm. "22 solar panels have been made." Wow. Right, now I should be able to shift those out if they're all done. Looks like it's going to take a minute, because it's got to make loads of those plates. So we'll come back to that. Let's check up on the Nether Star. Nether Star looks good. I don't think it's popping out. Conduit was the way to go. Should have done that all along. Surprised he says so. He said he's not decided yet. What's this? Where did this discussion start? What are we talking about? Resource pack stuff? Oh, okay. Is this an album or a playlist, says Sean Bower. It's an album. But the album's on a playlist. Confusing. Hey, guess what we get to do? We get to click on a random item, and then we get to take off all of these things right here. Actually, say all. Should we do the Awakened Draconium thing, right? That might be a quick little setup as it goes. Let's have a think. Oh, do you know what? If I search crux, will I find out all the things that need them? Because there is Dragon Egg crux and Neutronium crux. Interesting. So I can grow dragon eggs? I feel like making those for the fun of it. By the way, I never upgraded this thing. So there loads of that sat there, and then I remembered to put upgrades on this, and now it's all good. So that thing is constantly giving us a stupid amount of those blocks. So what if we made just all of the cruxes and not the fluxes? Just get those out of the way. I don't know why we would need so many dragon eggs, but assuming they all work the same way, we need the dragon egg one and then the neutronium one. And we know how many of each we need. So that does require that. Oh, wait a minute. Have I not thought this through? Because I need some of that to make the block anyway, and I don't really know where I get this from. I get it from there. So no, I can't do that until... So yeah, that's a project for another day. Okay. I'm going to do all of that another day then, since we've already done some stuff. Yeah, there's a few other things I'd like to do here as well. Let's work on our control room. That's something I feel like really needs doing. So I changed the layout down here a bit, as you can see. Added in some details here and there, and felt like under here might be a good spot for a little control room where you walk in. You got a bunch of options for like what you can control around the place. So we're going to need some more nickel sheet metal. And luckily for us, we've got loads of it. And then definitely some other things in here as well. Now, I think the width of the room... Oh, there isn't a cable there, thank goodness. We will always want it to be symmetrical, right? That's just the way things go in the world of building. However, I do need to make that one playstyle where it's like nothing will be symmetrical. Absolutely nothing. Dang, even building's slow. It's the solar panels, I tell you. It's the solar panels. No, did I accidentally make it too big? That being said, I kind of need to do that anyway. Let's night vision, and then mark out where the end of the room is. And then some of those little detail blocks might be visible, that's fine. And then it reappears. That is concerning. Oh, it's getting ridiculously laggy. Yeah, that'll do. How do I get back in here? Lucifer says, how you been enjoying modded Minecraft? Very, very enjoyable. It's like a breath of fresh air with a renewed approach on how to play. I could probably do with the destruction gadget, but since it's such a small area, I think it might be wise to not do that. It's weird how we see the blocks disappear and then a moment later they're like ping back into existence. By the way, how's the sound today? How is the sound? Becca says, be right back, coffee. I gotta say, I've had a few coffees over the Christmas period, and once again, I think I'm a coffee addict who doesn't drink coffee often. A few mockers, I always have a mocha, and man, I just get cravings for it every day. Last week, I had 2 mochas, right? And that's it. Every day I feel like, oh, I should have a mocha today. Caffeine is so strong. Like, it's such a strong drug. It alarms me. Mochas are the best, says Terrorblay. I completely agree. Coffee, hot chocolate, beautiful combination. X has joined the dark side. I haven't. Lord Backham says, I gave up coffee last February, not drunk it since. Good for you. I think caffeine is really unnecessary. I think it's great as a utility, but ultimately it's unnecessary, and it's really nice because it stimulates you, it perks you up, it tastes good, but immediately it also creates that addiction. And the problem it has is that it doesn't make you more energetic. It doesn't give you any energy. It gives you the illusion of being more energetic. And you know, that's a problem to depend on, because you're going to make yourself essentially feel more tired, feel like you can't get going without it, that kind of feeling, right? You know, the stuff isn't giving you what you think it is. It's not doing any of that. It's giving you the illusion of having energy. So that's really useful when you don't have energy and you need to be perked and stay alert and awake. But if you're going to use it all the time, you're going to end up feeling like, you know, oh, I need my coffee to get going. Like, I don't have the energy without it. That's not how it works. It doesn't give you any energy. So it's creating the illusion of you not having energy. So all that, like, tiredness that comes from it is sort of part of the problem there. I had 2 energy drinks in the space of like 3 hours, a mega lol. Cloud Zero, I've been paying your attention to some of your messages over the last couple of streams, and it's not like, sometimes I'll read something and feel like, okay, I'm capable of answering this, and sometimes I feel like this is not my place, I don't know all the details here, I'm not quite sure what's going on. But some of the things that you've been saying, I think may be related to the use of energy drinks. These drinks are not good for you. They are called energy drinks, but they don't give you energy. Your body gets energy from its, you know, metabolism and its ability to digest foods, and so it's the quality of foods that you ingest and how well you've looked after your body, i.e. regular exercise, that will give it a better efficiency for producing energy. Like, as me, someone who just exercises every day and has been doing it for years, like, I will have energy at the end of the day. You know, I could go run for half an hour at the end of the day. Like, my body is ready to produce energy all the time. And I don't ever drink energy drinks. And you know, all I drink is water. And it's because I've eaten right, exercised well, and got my body into good condition. So, like, if you're you know, chugging down these energy drinks, you're putting in to your body a bunch of stuff that is essentially waste product that gets rebranded, right? They've got all this waste product. What do we do with it? We have to take caffeine out of other products to legally sell them, because they've been deemed, you know, that you should take the that's the stuff I'm looking for. You should take the caffeine out of it. So if you look at the label and all the chemicals and stuff on the back of it, like, what is all this stuff? I mean, I know just because it's a chemical and it has a crazy name doesn't mean that it's, you know, bad for you, but, like, there's a lot of evidence showing that these energy drinks are causing a lot of problems for young people. Especially with anxiety and panic attacks and those sorts of events. You know, and they're also very sugary as well, and we know sugar can wreak havoc on the body. So, you know, I would say cut those out. Get in some regular exercise. Just drink water, and try to eat well. Everyone knows what they got to eat, right? Got to cut out that junk food. Eat those vegetables. It'll make your you know, body healthier, and your mind will follow. It's that Fire Flames to stop calling me out. Hey, I'm just saying what I'm saying for anyone who wants to listen. If you want to crack on doing what you're doing, it's, you know, your choice, right? Let's see. So, the tank, can I craft that? The tank that I have here is not a recipe. Hang on. If I click... Oh, wait, that's the tank I want. Yeah. Right, that's good. And then we run out. So I need a recipe for it, basically. Actually, is that the tank I want? That might not actually be the tank I want. Let's go double check. Some black tea sounds good now, honestly. Yeah, tea can be good. Green tea, black tea. Yeah, the thing that I'm thinking of is here. Resonant Ender Tank. Oh, it is open blocks. Just changes the name. Still DM is here for 6 months. Saying hello, 6 months subbed. Thank you so much, my dude. Appreciate it. Also, Sana of Scarva, 16 minutes ago. I'm so sorry I missed it. 23 months saying, I saw the notification for the stream and realised what the time it is. Well, have a nice stream. I'm going to go try and get some sleep now. Enjoy your rest. Enjoy your rest. But there's lots of caffeine in black and green tea, X, as Curls of Doom. I believe that is a misconception. So I looked into this years and years ago, and what I found out is that there is like caffeine quantity and caffeine potency. So coffee has lower quantity, higher potency, and tea has higher quantity, lower potency. Now these can play out, you know, in various ways depending on the numbers, but what I remember is, you know, not all teas are created equally. By the way, I'm just transitioning to standing here. Not all tea is created equally, but it takes like, you know, 12 to 16 cups of tea to have the equivalent caffeine effect or amount as a coffee. So sometimes it gets thrown around a little dishonestly. At least I remember seeing it used that way. Someone's pro coffee going, "Oh, but you know, tea has more caffeine." So, you know, and then it's like, well, let's look into that. And it's like it has more caffeine quantity, but it's just way lower potency. Also, with tea, a lot of the caffeine stays in the leaves, which you don't actually ingest as CO1 paddocked. Yeah, that could be true. Not saying it has more, saying it has caffeine and you're drinking it every day. That's true, yeah, but at a much lower amount. Yeah, maybe if I drunk decaf all day, you know, it might be a different experience, but yeah, I could be like low-level addicted to tea. And it doesn't feel like it's such a strong thing though, because sometimes I go a day without tea and it ain't so bad. I don't know, like, now that I say it out loud, it's like, yeah, actually, I pretty much drink, you know, at least 3 or 4 cups every day. And I enjoy it. But it doesn't feel like coffee does, right? Like, because I don't get such a strong reaction, it doesn't feel like a problem. Like, if I don't get to drink tea until late in the day, which has happened a couple of times recently, I'm fine with it. It's not really a problem. I enjoy drinking the tea. It'd be nice to have one, but I don't feel that, like, craving like I do with coffee. That's a very personal thing, though, there. Right, so now if I get my brain back to where we were a minute ago, we're trying to make a tank. Specifically this one, and we want to add a recipe for it. Okay, that's... there we go. Now I'm noticing this is a little less on the laggy side. I'm wondering if our solar panels are done now. 26 of them. I think I might just hook them back up anyway. Yeah, so I guess it's taking... that's kind of worrying that that's still scheduled. In fact, they all are. I wonder if I ever set that machine up correctly. And then that thing's still going all the way over here. So anyway, the next thing I needed was a fluid. In fact, I need 2 blocks from thermal. Fluid transposer. And then the magma crucible. Then we need the upgrade kits. Oh, I just remembered something else. I never made the augments for the other machine. Might need a few more of those. Let's go check what's happening with all that other stuff. 2 times every day keeps me going. Believe you can't conquer integration and differential equins without it. I don't know what you just said. It's not that caffeine has a potency X. Caffeine is caffeine. It's just that you use less per drink than what you would use in coffee. So a cup of tea of less overall. Maybe potency isn't the adequate word, but it's not just one place I've heard that described. There's a couple of times I've heard it described. That the caffeine in tea is not equal to caffeine in coffee. Maybe potency isn't the right word, but it gets across the point that if you want to just weigh it up quantitatively, you're missing out on the quality of what it is. Right, so is it this machine? This machine needs some augments. Actually, it may... Okay, now it's put them all in. I'm not sure what's going on here, because it may have requested some of these, but these are being made automatically to go into that drawer. So like whatever this thing did, because I thought I saw it turn on and then we went away. Oh, that's peculiar. Is this thing not set up? Hang on a minute. I think what's happened here is that I've never actually set this machine on the end up, and possibly never had to use any of these, because these were all the ones that I added. These were made out of necessity, and these ones were added to like fill up the rest. So that machine was never configured, and now it should be doing all the thing it needs to do. Why are you awake at 5 AM, says 103040580. I am awake at 5 AM because everywhere in the world it's the same time zone. So it's 5 AM where you are, it's 5 AM where I am, it's 5 AM in Australia, and I thought I'd wake up and confuse everyone. So they'd be like, why are you awake at 5 AM? Because of the universal time zone, right? See, I'm clever, I'm funny like that. Let's now get some redstone going on over here. Because Earth is secretly flat, says Blackjack. Yeah, the sun is an illusion. You know, have you ever been in two places at one time? They tell you the sun's somewhere different in the sky, but you know, you've never been in both Australia and England at the same time to prove it. Right. See, I'm using my brain smarts over here. Speaking of using thoughts and reason and all of that stuff, some conversations I've had recently have got me on this thought again of like how like logic and reason are often like tools that you use to confirm what you believe emotionally, and if you internalize that idea a little bit, you might start to see it in yourself or in other places. And the scientific method goes that if you have a theory, what you're trying to do is disprove it to the point where you can't think of ways to disprove it, and therefore it's most likely true. And need to do that more of our own way of thinking a lot of the time, I believe. Let's now upgrade these. Oh yeah, I can't actually put any of those on yet. Okay, so then all of that whizzes back in there. Come on, stop being... Oh my god, it's so slow. I know you can't quite see it, but I like press buttons on the keyboard and it's just, you know, not happening. I think I'm just going to steal from a random point. Oh look, we got... Oh gosh, I just burped. We've got this. One day, X will make a pattern for the conversion kit and we will all be happy. A pattern for the conversion kit? They already are patterns. I can craft more whenever I need them. Not that I need them. That thing is filling up, isn't it? Oh look, I got loads of armor stands. I wonder where they came from. Is it filling up because I'm holding it? Anyway, I just thought, you know, I just took damage. I've not noticed that before. I've been whizzing around with these blocks all over the place. Doesn't look as impressive as I thought it would. Might look impressive if it's got like the right blocks around it. It would be pretty cool somewhere here to have a little like row of armor sets. Just purely aesthetic. I think maybe somewhere like here to just block off that kind of dull, empty area. We could have like a row of armor stands. Is this your server? It's not my server, Mr. 1030405008, who lives in the world of one time zone. God, I'm so jealous. Time zones are so annoying and confusing. Right, let's... I don't know why I made so many of them. They need power, right? They don't share power. So... capacitor bank of some sort. And then probably just a crate on top for all the items. Small crate, apparently. So we want that there. With this in it. Takes it in. It needs to push it out to the side, which I think it's kind of set up to do. Come on, what network? Let's just go with power to the void. No one will notice us sucking a little extra out of that energy vacuum. Right, this thing should accept there. If this thing is going to eject it. Auto output enabled. Is it me or is it stunningly slow? Ah, there is something that needs diagnosing in this world. That is redonkulous. That, it is getting worse, isn't it? This lag. Anyway, then it would output down below into the tank. There is definitely something choppy going on. I reckon it's those draconium things. Right, let's get all of our crafting offline. One of them is, in fact, the void mining stuff. So, I think they really have been... Every time I've noticed like a bit of lag ticking up in the world, it's something to do with automatic crafting. Do I have those crates on me still? I do, that's good. So let's go ahead and... Oh, there's like a weird drone going on here. What on earth? It's somewhere around here. In fact, you have to brake to get to it. And we have to take out that. That's going to just shut down all of this and stop auto crafting. The next one is over here. So we'll take out that. Put it into here. Wonder where else we got some auto crafting going on. I mean, immediately... maybe not immediately, maybe spoke too soon, but it feels better. Right, what is that other thing that, like, it jumps to for a split second? Let's go check on the machine. How do you upgrade the speed of AE2 autocrafters? I don't think you can. Well, actually, no. The molecular assemblers have the acceleration card, so that would speed it up. That's it, though. How to tell? Isn't the fluid transposer the thing that sends it? Oh, maybe I never... The bottom is blue or something. Auto output enabled. Maybe I got the wrong thing here. Maybe the magma crucible is supposed to send it like straight into the ground. Down there. Forgot how we did this before. I seem to remember doing it with just the one thing, actually. I don't know if I can then tell that to go back in the block or something. Mode fill, empty. Oh, wow. I can. Here's the thing. Wait, no. Did that just happen to time with this? Probably just happened to line up with that. Either way, it's still unbearably laggy, right? Yeah, still seems choppy. I reckon it's the crafting. Change the fluid transposer to output on the bottom with its current contents. Well, that's not... I mean, that would be, like, best of all worlds. Oh, there it goes. Nice. So now there's a bit more of that there. Oh, it is so definitely laggy right now. In a terrible, terrible way. Maybe what I should do is cancel this. Right, I just saw something else pop up. And I know... Oh, I know what the other thing I need to disable is now. It's this one over here. How long has that been in my hotbar for? That was so weird. I was just like, what's going on? What's going on? This one is the other one. I think I'm just going to take out the crafting card, yeah. Chuck that away for now. Right, so now nothing is auto-crafting. If I navigate my way down here again... Well, that says a lot, doesn't it? Because now it's running just fine. Just fine and dandy is what it's doing. So then there's a question of what do I actually want to turn back on if I do. I guess what I want to do is sort out my solar panels. So we've got 2 more, therefore we need 4. And it should have everything it needs to do that. It's got 2 more out of the way. This looks a bit steadier now as well, doesn't it? Look, it's whizzing through it. So, it's those crafting upgrades on exporters that are just terrible, is what I've learned. Install a mod called Lag Goggles. Cuplex, that's good to know. I have needed that on several occasions. Like today. I can't stop watching the numbers tick over now that they're so fast. Right, one thing I don't know is if this hooks up to those ones. Does it connect? It doesn't. Okay, I've got a solution for this. Uh-huh, like that. Because this will all connect. How are we doing on the old power as well? Just... We've got such a redonkulous amount, and now much less of it is being used because we turned off the auto-crafting. I kind of need like a different way to auto-craft that stuff. I don't know what alternative method I could use. Other than maybe... Maybe telling it to do a whole bunch in advance? Oh, we've got 4 more of those now. Oh, there's still plenty of space, but we've got to get rid of that. One band-aid fix is to put that whole auto-crafting setup into a compact machine. You're making me think, Cuplex. You're making me think. Because where we've done auto-crafting before and haven't had issues, it's when I've used the crafting machines. So if we go... Have a little look-see-loo. Over here. Like, rather than export... Yes, rather than export this Which, by the way, if there's still some there, doesn't that mean our void mining is still working? It is. Interesting. I thought we would have seen more power drain from where we were a second ago. Anyway, we've got to make this stuff. Hang on. Because I can't press A, right? Oh, I can. I can press A. I thought it would mess up if I did that. So I've got to export this stuff here. But we've got to think about where the base of it is. So, redstone, for example, not a problem. But sulfur, we craft, and I can't remember what from. Netherrack. So, it needs a machine to do the work for it. Like, I'm half wondering if I should just automate that, but then it would require the netherrack to be made from netherrack essence. So it's got a bunch of dependencies, and because it has a machine in the middle, it makes it a real tricky thing to do, right? So I'm not sure. Blaze rod and or netherrack, says Blackjack. If I did it with the blaze rod, I would then need a blaze fire. Hang on a minute, I can craft blaze rods. What do I get them from? The essence? Right, so I can craft the blaze rod to make blaze powder. But I still need the sulfur. So the sulfur is the issue, not the blaze rod. Sulfur essence. We did it one way, now we do it the other because of lag. Typical, right? Pretty darn typical of this game. 32, so I need a bunch more sulfur. And that turns on the sag mill just over here where the mouse is, right? Oh, I've used it all up. Well, we got a solution, I guess. Carl says slow mode is still 10 seconds from yesterday. Is that intentional? If it is or it isn't, chat is pretty quiet at the moment, so I don't think slow mode is necessary, but then again, chat is not my domain. I just look at it occasionally, and people tell me how much I don't look at it. Hi Xisuma, my first time on your stream, says Nand the Hero. Welcome to the stream, dude. Today has been a rather typically modded... Just... I don't know. There's just this... Like, it feels like I try and avoid the rabbit hole and somehow I'm in the rabbit hole again. That's what it feels like to me. A lot of the time. You know? Anyway. We live and we learn. One thing, you know, I like automating machines and having a lot of challenges to get stuff done. And a lot of these mods provide, you know, hey, just use me and I'll give you all the resources. But now I'm starting to see why. It's because just stuff gets laggy. But I don't mind switching over when something's not working. So we need the enlightened clear glass, then we need the clear glass, quite clear glass even. How are we doing on this stuff? I can probably make 16 of these now. There you go. Then we need the silic block, which is that one there, the harvester. Then we'll probably need a couple of conduits. Right, so this one goes over here. Set it up so it does a 9x9 area and that it harvests the area. Right, then we need that quite clear and enlightened. This is so that we can plant in all of the crops as it provides light. And off they go. Have you heard about Satisfactory? It has machinery too. Yes, we've played Satisfactory. Raptors says, I was going to cheer bits, but I don't have 100 left. Love watching you on YouTube in Hermitcraft. Thank you, my dude. I appreciate you wanting to do that. And glad you enjoy Hermitcraft. Right, this stuff I can use the wand for. Right, so all of that in there is set up. Now we just got to shimmy this down a little bit. Put it at that level. Move this one. And then those conduits, right? That one needs to be turned on. And something super important that I got to do while I remember is grab that, otherwise it gets voided. That's everything. That's how we can just quickly add something into here, which I like. The next step is to put all of that away and give this thing a home. And then it will start storing that stuff up. So now we're going to take a little bit of this and that. And this exporter is going to take those two and redstone and do something entirely different over here now. God, that drone! I don't remember hearing that over here so much. Now I do. This block needs to be replaced as well. So we need a capacity card and a crafter. I'm going to turn down the volume for a bit while it's kind of droning. And I'm going to drink some water. I need a hydration reminder from myself. Hurricane says, X, in sometimes a future world, would you try some adventure-based mods rather than grindy ones? Yeah, I would. I'm much more open to trying different things. Like, I think I want to play like a hardcore challenge or something soon as well. My issue, though, is always that, like, Hermitcraft just takes up so much time. Oh, that's actually the right card. And, like, I tend to struggle to do, like, more than one world. But maybe I can aim to, like, try and find that balance a little better. As I say it out loud, though, I remind myself that, like, I'm trying to take back time from YouTube and put it into seeing friends and family more. And I was listening to this book. I started listening to it a while ago, and it really like struck a nerve with me. I think I started listening to it when I was just feeling a bit overwhelmed and like not so good. And so I remember listening to it a little bit at a time. I can't remember why. What happened? Something happened, and it had me on the back foot for a little bit. So anyway, I listened to this book a little bit at a time, and I was like, this is like everything I've heard before, but just, you know, told through a slightly different perspective. And I like listening to self-help books and thoughts and ideas that can help you improve yourself, improve your relationships and whatnot. But it's like good to go and hear it over and over again. Ah, that's what I didn't want to see. Can I temporarily turn this off? I guess I'll just do that. It's good to hear these ideas over and over again, so that you can kind of like keep updating and renewing and keep them in your mind. It's easy for like to hear a good idea and then it to no longer be like a thought circling in your head. It's like a habit. You just got to keep kind of adding habits or whatever. So anyway, I got back to the book today and I was really impressed with everything I was hearing. And the reason I started talking about this was because for some reason I thought it was relevant, and now I've forgotten why I started talking about how it was relevant. Brilliant. Well done, X. Well done. Oh, it was about getting time back. Curls of Doom says, what book was it? The Art of Not Giving a Fudge is the name of the book. I really like it. And I really like the approach it takes. I think it's like no approach is right or wrong. They're just all different. And I feel like this one is probably a better level entry for a lot of people getting into like thinking about some of the topics that it addresses. I'm gonna need more of this essence, aren't I? So it said something about time for family. Like it was talking about, I got to a bit where it talked about having values and how, oh yeah, okay, so it talks about having values and how like you assess yourself and the world around you based on your values and like what that means. And it brought up something about like the value of your time, and I think it was putting it in perspective with chasing success and numbers and whatnot, and it just like completely reminded me of something they said in the book. Just immediately like made me see all the times I turned down going and seeing family or friends because I'm gonna do a Hermitcraft video, I'm gonna do the YouTube grind, right? Like it just put that like firmly in front of me, and I was like, yeah, maybe I could have done this earlier, you know? Like, I've worked incredibly hard at what I do because I'm trying to, air quotes, secure my future, you know? Trying to, like, see the future as not like what's going to happen, but more like, okay, I'll be okay. I'll be able to handle this. I'll be able to get by. And I want to be able to get by doing what I love, which is this. So I've worked incredibly hard for it, but like that comes at a price, I guess. And maybe I find myself asking if the price is worth it. Right, the other thing that we need is blaze powder in there. And then I think we've got everything that we need, but we might need to adjust a couple of those recipes. So like this one, I might actually need to say result of crafting operation goes in the internal buffer. Oh, and I've got the wrong recipe here. Because I kind of just chirped through it a little quick. Do I have to make the blaze first? I have to make that, don't I? So we also need blaze powder. So that's an internal one. And then blaze makes the other thing. I've got exactly the right amount here. So let's add another recipe, which is that one, the one we actually had a minute ago. That one's internal. This one needs to be internal too. And that means that all the ingredients of that are inside of here. Then that one is an external recipe. I think it's set up. Let's remember. Oops. Okay, no, that was just like a visual glitch. So it's remembered everything, which is good. Okay, and I think that means I want to come down here and plop these things in. Not that, funny enough. Go back up here. Maybe we just need to wait for the system to catch up. I think with having successful future, family and friendship are extremely important. Yes, you want to secure your future as in success and being able to have money and get by every day, but I feel like having wealth or friendship and family is also not healthy. You're sacrificing your mental anguish and emotional self for a success that you won't be able to share with anyone. Yeah, it's not about sharing the success. Like, no one in my family or friend group is like really into what I do or anything. Like, it's like, oh, right, you know, it's like I'm not really into any jobs that they do or whatever, you know. Like, it's just it's not about sharing it. It's about like quality of life or quality of time or like meaning. I think like it's more meaningful to be with family than it is to you know, create videos and chase that. What's not here? Oh, I've put the wrong essence in. What a wally. I just pinched it out. So I need to turn this off again. And redo a bunch of stuff. Like, that needs to be there. Yeah, okay, this thing needs to stop working. And then I need a bunch of blaze rods. Again. Is that a derp, by the way? Because I don't see any fiends in chat today. Oh, that was a derp. I just decided. See, when you're not fiending, you get rewarded. You didn't expect that. Now it feels really good, doesn't it? You filthy dirt fiend. Right, put the blaze rods there and then click remember, and then I think it's correctly set up. I've got to press it again! Dang it! Because I just did that totally wrong. Did all of that bit, and then I forgot to do this. I guess I also got to click forget, so that I can then put that in. It looked like it automatically just happened to put in the right thing, which I won't complain about. Aha, so we have an issue with that. It's supposed to be an internal one, but it's not currently. And what would you know? There you go. Right, so now the speed at which you can bring the things in determines the speed at which they can get pulled out. Aha! Right, did this get backed up in the process? It might have got done a tiny bit. Can I put some more of these things in? A little bit. Yeah, there you go. It looks like all of that's cheered up now. So, yeah, I don't know if we're going to need this thing over here again or not, but the less auto-crafting, the better, it would seem, is what we've learned today. I kind of needed some of those things to just put away. Trying to put away bits that we don't need. Let's get back to it. Oh, all the distractions. Carl's Doom says, X never admits to derps that quickly. Just wanted to show off the animation, huh? Well, no, actually, it was because I was derping and I looked in chat and I didn't see any derp faces. And I thought, you know, y'all are not fiending today. Y'all have been good. You've been well behaved. Okay? So, I'll admit it was a derp. What happened here then? Oh. There you go. So that wasn't running. Great. What sort of scaffold is this? This is... Yeah, I wanted to go with a different scaffold, but actually I think it might not be for the best. I think the better one to go for might be actually this one. Yeah, we're going to go for that. It's more consistent. So yeah, I wanted to just have something down there. It also emits light. How much light it's going to emit when the tanks are full, I'm not sure. But we can put lights on the ceiling or remove them. I want to have brownstone everywhere else here. And then beyond that, I'm not entirely sure how it's going to play out. So currently not the prettiest of rooms, right? But what we got to do is make the controls look interesting. And I'm reminded that these redstone lamps, as cool as they are, we need something better. We need something better than just a regular old redstone lamp. But there really hasn't been much. Apart from those, what are they? They look amazing. I could probably add some recipes and craft those up real quick. Now, look how speedy and responsive everything is now. How have I not noticed these before? It was a bit crazy. Oh, they're made out of different types of wood or material, actually. Let's go with that one first. Let's add an iron lamp. And that is made with spindle. So I think they're probably all made with spindle. What else have we got here? I think I'll go with the gold lamp as well. Let's find somewhere to put them. And then let's craft them up. 10 of these, 10 of those, right? Dang, the system is zippy now that we're not auto-crafting. That's nice to see. Elmani man, thank you ever so much for 2 months of support, my dude. Greatly appreciated. We also had Armored Monkey here for 42 months. 9 minutes ago saying 42. That is a big number, but not big enough. Thanks, X, for the many years of great entertainment. And we also had 40 minutes ago Lucifer356 subscribing. I'm sorry if I forgot to read that one out. Dang, I've been out of it for a while, waffling. That's like a very vanilla-ish with the torch. I really don't think I like it very much, but it may have its place on occasion. Can we place them upside down? That's good that you can place them upside down. Yeah, I'm not sold on that, unfortunately. What I want is just something a little different from the norm. Oh, hello. That's a little bit different from the norm. Terrorblay says, oh yeah, he's going to read it. What am I going to read? Are you going to use RF Tools screen with buttons for your control panel? Nah, I find those screens are very flat, and then they're fiddly to set up. You know, I've used them before and they're cool. Oh wait, I've done that wrong, haven't I? They're certainly cool, but it's not what I'm going for. Didn't I just see like an emerald one? Oh, I get it. So, let's go to the old powder screen. Add that lamp. Yeah, it's sort of constantly changing. Oh, there you go. It's animated. Yes, I've got to go in here and type in lamp. Uh-huh. Glowstone lamp? Huh. Mystical machine frame. Seen that before. Flat lamp from X-Tones. So these ones up here, potentially. But I think I'm going to go with the quartz lamp. I think I like that one. Although I should possibly be thinking about it from a machine perspective. Or at least like a neighboring textures. Like what else is going on here? So it suits what we're doing. End rods? No, I was thinking a full block. But maybe it doesn't have to be a full block. Yeah, so rather than search, let's just go with this. Nope. Uh-huh, 20 of those. Very good. Now we need to think about how much space we need. So one of the things that I want to do is invert this. Let's think about it. So, on is farm off. Yeah, okay, so if I search for invert, there is such a thing as an inverted lever, but it's self-resetting. Which is like, can I have one that's not self-resetting? Is there such a thing? I mean, I know all I got to do is put a... Well, that's it, really. I got to put a redstone block behind to point into the transmitter. And when I say redstone block, what I mean is a torch. That one doesn't really need... possibly I could make like a contraption where you have a flip-flop and you have both a lamp for squid and gas mode, but I think a little bit of variance actually would make this room look cool. So on occasion, if we can do that, that would be nice. So we need this space for the transmitter. This thing needs to go in front of it. And then you also want space for like a torch. Which I think... Do the inverting at the output. That might be more work. But yes, that is also a possibility. So I probably want it at about that height. And I probably won't start with it right at the edge. You'll probably come in a block. And then have some blocks in between. It's what blocks go in between that I'm thinking about. And already this thing would be pretty full up. Yeah, so I think they do need to be close together. Whoops. X is a cat confirmed. It's a new conspiracy theory. He secretly scars jelly, says Terrorblay. I've not heard of this theory before. Yeah, I feel like it would be lower if you were to walk up to it, and the lever would probably be below it. So that would give us a whole bunch of panels on one side, I guess. What's the material we're going to mix with this thing? I haven't even turned one of them on yet to see, like, how they illuminate. I imagine it won't be too much different from what you might expect, at least. Oh. What? The quartz lamp doesn't emit light. Ah! Ah! You've just sent me down a rabbit hole. What other blocks? Come on, we need an alternative. Because these just look so ugly, these ones here. You could put a bunch of colour ones together and make a Saturday Night Fever dance style floor hidden away somewhere. I could, but they don't emit light. Oh, it doesn't require light, you right click on it. Well, that's lame. Because... no, right clicking on it doesn't do anything. Let's type in glow. Wow, there's a lot of that. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Glowing modifier. Can I make myself glow? Light level 15, but not visible from the quartz lamp. Well, I don't think saying not visible doesn't make much sense. It's not emitting light, right? Like, the light isn't happening. I'm going to stick with the vanilla lamp, basically. After all of that. So... wait, why have I got a weird... oh, wait, it's because... yeah. The reason I got a weird feeling is because the thing below is powered. Therefore, I'm like, wait a minute, that's not on by default. It does emit a light level of 15, but it doesn't emit light. How does that work then? Like, because the light engine... like, light level is based on the light, right? Like, they're not separate. No, it doesn't emit any light. It doesn't emit any light. Admit it, chat, you're wrong! Right, yeah. So we'll go with that, although... how close is it to the end? There's like one block there. So if this thing had one there, it would be parallel on both sides. So I feel like we need to hide the redstone, but I kind of like the size of this room. So I feel like I want to do something with glass. Maybe a more technical looking texture or block. We could also check out what's going on over here. Like, what is that? Greenhouse glass? That looks like a rabbit hole. And there isn't a crazy amount of glasses to choose from over here. What are these ones? Thermal. Glass wedge. Now, I feel like it's going to have to be something with a grill, right? Oh, what's that one? Dungeon. Anyway, that's all just chisel, so let's get our chiseling on. Ornate steel. I actually think I like thick grid the most. Which one was dungeon? That one. Let's try that. I don't know where this would go exactly. Because I feel like, it needs like structure. It needs a place to put some other stuff. I want to use scaffolding. Maybe let's go to steel. The steel has provided us with a lot of great textures. So I'm going to grab that. It's a bit tinted, that one. Where did we use that one last? I'm going to use that one again, I think. Or maybe a bit plain. Now they need more of a pillar texture on either side, I think, and then we need that. Oops, that's not it. Oh wait, it's already here. Yeah, I'm hoping like just by leaving some of this in, it can kind of keep the current feel of the room, like the size of it, together. And then also hide some of the redstone a little bit behind it. That'll definitely work. I think that kind of makes sense. There we go, one more in. And then we'd need a few more tanks. Three to be precise. Might as well fill in this as well then. Yeah, there you go. That's going to be great, especially when the redstone's all filled up. You can use breaker switches instead of levers. Captain Bree, thank you. Yes, yes we can. And we will. But we won't, because levers are missing. Right, apparently I have to add a very basic recipe in. Ye old lever. Has not been put in here yet. Can you believe it? So now we should be able to make these. Nice. So yeah, they're gonna go maybe one above. Doesn't have to be. Yeah, I think one above is where I'll put it. And then the sign can go down below. So when it comes to the sign, right, you got the wooden one, but look. Now Tinker's has all these other ones, and I don't know if they can be placed on a wall, but the texture would be better. Unless we know of something else we could use. Hey, we got TerraBlay1 gifting subs to Ella Tourist and Elder Mike Free. If you just heard your name being read out loud, be sure to say thanks in chat to TerraBlay. Appreciate it, my dude. Thanks for supporting our community with those gifted subs. And we've been streaming for an hour and 50 minutes. I think we're going to get this room done. I think we've got the time to do it. And we also got 780 peeps tuning in. Thank you everyone for coming by. Be sure to hit the follow button here on Twitch if you ain't done so already. If you want to, you know. How's the stream frozen for anyone, says Sir Firelord? It's because I haven't been moving. Possibly, unless you can't hear my voice. So yeah, I feel like we need something in between here, but I think it's going to be a chiseled block, as I want it to be like recessed a little bit. Maybe that texture. Block of nickel, yes. Let's go investigate. Investigate? What are you on about, X? Are you making up words? There's also this little detail on the outside that has stopped getting used. What is it, like every 2 blocks? Apparently I'm climbing the scaffolding, which is what you can do with scaffolding. And then it would be on the corner, so we'll skip that one. Uh-huh. Might even mirror that to the other side of the room. Okay, now we need our chisel and bits bag. And also our chisel and bits. Yeah, so that's what I want to do. Then grab one of these. And do that. Get a bit more glass up here. Fill it in. Oh yeah, and what's the edge going to be? I guess more of this. Yeah, it does just about so far keep that feeling of the scale of the room. Now what does impose do? Does it remove? It doesn't. Replace is the way to do it. And there you go, the bits bag is full. There we go. So it was replace is the trick. What just broke? It wasn't this. Oh, maybe it was the chisel. Weird. Oh yeah, using this uses that. Interesting. Right, the only problem with what I'm doing is, if I get too carried away, how do I get into the back area? I can actually just break a block, can't I? So, let's finish up this. Is that it? That's as much as we got. What was it? Replace. And then placement. Cool. It's like 1, 2, and then that. This thing's kind of slow, isn't it? We'll get there eventually. Oh, and a little bit of glass up the top here. What do you think, peeps? I honestly pictured it being a bit more glamorous, but, you know. I think that's okay. Looks mighty fine, says Terrible. Looks like chat likes it. So we just need a sign now. Is there like a text sign equivalent in this pack that doesn't involve setting up a bunch of stuff with tinkers? What is that thing? Text projector. That sounds kind of amazing. And black terracotta. We can make that. What was it? Text I typed in and we got this. So now in here we can craft it. Weird. Temp says room looks smaller with those nickel blocks, but looks okay. It does look a bit on the smaller side, doesn't it? But I kind of need like to hide the redstone a bit. I might change up the bottom, perhaps. We'll see how this plays out. Hello. Huh. I could use that to just have floating text in various places, quite possibly. I wonder if I can offset it more. Padding. Oh my god. Okay, so if I take that and hide it under here, maybe back by 1. So let's type test. And get it as high as that and keep it hidden. Or maybe I put it just behind all of this, but... Now, is there like a font size thing? So I can change the brightness. Wow, okay, so like... mob farm. That would certainly be different, wouldn't it? Certainly be different to do it that way. Block offset. Can I then... Oh, that's like a different direction? So I guess if I were to put it here, and use the block offset. Well, you can see it where it is now. Hmm. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know. It feels a bit odd that the text is just there. So, like... Maybe not. Still seems like the sign is the way to go. Can anyone tell me if these are actually placeable? Because I was just thinking, how do you actually make these? Fluid tank? No thanks. That's really not what I expected to see. I thought it might be made in a stencil table or something. Oh, look, you got the casts as well, so maybe not. You cannot place the Tinker sign, says Armoured Monkey. Thank you. Carticus Live says, when will Hermitcraft come back? It will come back in the future. Like, it's not coming back today, but it will come back after today. Flow sign? Does that do... Ooh. Oh. Rabbit hole. Guess we're just going to have to use good old... I can't believe it's so old that it's just these signs, right? That's how old this mod pack is. Oh. Put that back. We also got this block here, I guess. Now, where did that go? What happened there? Oh, it is here. It's just doing a... It's doing a quirky thing. Look. Right, anyway. I guess what we're going to do is have our sign here that says Mob Farm. And then it doesn't say Mob Farm. I'm going to relog. Carticus Live says, oh my god, you read out my comment! I know, it's so weird, right? Because here on Twitch, what you do is you have a chat and you completely ignore it at all times. You never read any messages. I've broken the golden rule of Twitch. I dared to interact with my own audience. Oh god. It says it, if you believe it, it just says it on the sign. Just believe it, X's girls. Well, I can believe it, but, you know, beliefs are pretty fickle. I'll forget where it was before long. You know, I need something more empirical, like it actually being written in the world. Unfollowing, he read chats as Pebbles. See? Look, I broke the golden rule. Now no one will watch me anymore. Seeing is believing, says Lil Spagbowl. That's a really bad quote, or, you know, little fable, whatever you want to call it. Like, your eyes can easily be tricked. You know? They can very easily be tricked. I'm pressing E and nothing is happening. Oh, here we go, it's catching up. I guess the world's sort of finding its feet again. Right, the mob farm is this one here. So we need to give this thing a home. Yeah, I need to kind of like bust into the area now. I think I'll use this bit here because those other blocks are finicky. So it's actually the block above, right? Ah, I knew these could be. Hey, maybe we could keep these on display to some extent, right? If I put it there. Here, even. Let's get some redstone. Now, this could be either a torch, or it could be a piece of redstone, is what I'm thinking. Which lets us do it both ways. So if I go ahead and just grab a bit of this, or better yet, one of those. Put a bit of redstone there. Now, is that thing going to pick up that signal? So like, we could do that. This would probably mean we could get rid of this and see more of the room this way as well. Which does look a little odd, but I don't know, I kind of like it. Let's go see if the mob farm is on, I guess. It's the only way to find out. And now it's time for the favourite bit, which we don't see enough of. And the mob farm is on. It works! Is that not annoying, that sound? What did X say? Z to the Y? The Terrorblade? I don't recall saying Z to the Y. What's next? Mob. Oh, we done that. Wither Boss, aka Wither Boss Farm. Oh, it is there. It is there. So, did I click on the down or the up side? That's the thing. Yeah, you have to click on the opposite with these. So that's going to be like that. That'll be Wither Boss Farm. I could have tested it with that one, actually. It would have been easier, wouldn't it? I swear that just made a noise. Oh, it does! It sounds like someone's voice, though. Might just have like one line for each, I think. See? It works. Told ya. Let's turn off the mob farm. Let's turn off that. These can all get used to build the other side of the room, you see. And I'm hoping that this stuff will emit a little more light. If I turn off this, it gets a little too spooky in here, you see. What I might do is just grab some light fixtures and put them above our head. What have I got in here that I don't need right now? There's always something that I don't need, like that. Or that, or probably this. Or glass, right. Just sort of in by one block and off to the side, so it'll be in front of this. That we put that one there. And then over on this side, it's this one here. And now, yeah, we've got a pretty cool, moody room. I think one thing I'd like to do, though, is get some liquid redstone out of there and have it come out of the wall and, like, flush down into the grill. I don't know. Might be a bit too ambitious. So, next up, let's go ahead and put in these. Pretty much got the aesthetic design down now. Yeah, and that turns on the lamp, because it powers the block. That's awesome. Right. It's one of those, isn't it? It's one of those. After the wither must come the pigman. If I can go to the right space, I could put that in. So I click on the opposite side. Yeah, that's it. Let's go put in the sign. Such magic music today, says Curls. It is magical music, isn't it? No need for that. Definitely looks cool in here, I like it. Again though, the symmetry thing, like, now that I've seen this, I kind of think, like, having this on a block with some, like, power cables going up to, like, random different spots to turn it on might have looked a bit more cool. Sort of like we done here, but less symmetrical. Once again, I get that feeling of, like, I've hardly done anything in the factory today. with a skeleton. I guess the pace of this game moves slow sometimes. Oh yeah, and I keep going to the wrong place, which don't help. Whoopsie. Whoopsie again. So this one is a wither skull. Actually, wither skeleton is fine. Wither skeleton farm. Hey X, check out the staff of travelling from Ender.io. It lets you teleport between walls, between travel anchors. Yeah, it's on the list over here of to-dos. Squid mode, that one's different. Ghast farm. Okay, on equals farm off. That's the dragon farm. So now that farm will be running. This is one where we use the torch. So rather than, well, we still have the block, but we'll have the torch. Whoops. Where's the block we've been building with? There it is. Yeah, so that torch is now going to feed into it. And it's stuck. Great. That works. So that's Dragon Egg. Or we could just call it Dragon Farm. Nice. And we got like one left to move now. That's good. Oh no, two left. Squash Farm? Oh yeah, I know what that is. That's where we get our fresh juices from. I am probably going to forget what that stands for at some point. Right, Squash Farm. Uh-huh. X, I don't know if you talked about this, you probably have, but what got you into video making and streaming in the first place? Well, video making was because I was watching Minecraft tutorials and videos as well, and I was like enjoying it, and I also thought I could give this a go. I could do this. You know, people were recording at night time and spending the first 2 minutes of their video telling you why you know, why they haven't uploaded a video in 3 weeks. And I was like, you know, when I do mine, I'm going to get straight to the point and try and convey all the information you need, and that kind of took off really well. At the time, it was like way more, my tutorials were like way more concise and informative, but like now they're dated. Now they're just like, oh geez, this is slow. This is slow. Squid mode. So on is Ghast. On is Ghast, right. Click there. On equals Ghast, right? Yeah, there you go. I think I'll leave that one on. Actually, I want to do a bit of a thumbnail thing here. So let's get ourselves nicely aligned. I think that right there will do. X, do you think tutorials today are better, or had the scene been oversaturated with bad ones, says Exoskeleton? I mean, if the scene is oversaturated with bad ones, then there's a problem that people aren't seeking out better ones. I think just where Minecraft is at now, tutorials are... In my day and age, there was less tuning in for a personality or to see someone going on a big Minecraft adventure. It was more like, what can I learn about this game? So the tutorial scene and learning about the game was way bigger back then, I think. Could be wrong. Just from my perspective, it kind of feels like. These days, I think it's more about entertainment. So if your tutorials are now of an entertaining variety, then they may, you know, garner some attention, but it doesn't mean, therefore, that they're good tutorials. So yeah, maybe there's a case for saying that, like, tutorials are more entertaining now and therefore not as good, but it's, you know, hard to say for sure, really. I don't watch a lot of Minecraft content. I just have I guess a bit of a perspective, a sense of what's out there, because, you know, I make my own videos. Sometimes I see other people's, or I do research on like a search term and get an idea for what's going on. Let's go, right, so, no, that wasn't it, replace, that's the one, and then place. Cool. I like the idea of having, like, oh, actually that's where the sign goes. Well, there goes my idea out the window. Unless I move the sign up, I like the idea of having a little miniature pipe sort of come out and go down, which is something I remember doing in the past, actually, building little details that I wanted with chisel and bits. Hello Manaman says 10 things you didn't know about Minecraft. Yeah, I had a go at making videos like that at one point, and they were pretty fun to do for a while. But there's some channels out there that like exist on continuously making those videos and raking in views on it, and I kind of like just don't really understand that ecosystem, because they must be recycling content, which I guess is, you know, maybe just something that's okay. In my mind though, like, those videos are kind of like a bit finite. I also noticed the Minecraft main channel now creates videos like that, and can create content for itself that's like authentic, but like obviously garnered for them, which I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I think ultimately it's like not a big deal, right? But it does remind me of how Minecraft is different, as in all of the content was once created by the community, and stuff like that happened because the community made it. So it feels like a little bit weird sometimes to see it being, like, I guess corporately co-opted. You see a lot of corporate content around this game now. I kind of wish people who are tuning in now could experience what it was once like. Everything was community. Everything was driven by the people playing the game. Were making like the extended experience of it. These days, it doesn't quite feel quite like that. Right, let's go. Why am I? Oh, I changed what tool I was selecting. Yeah, this is annoying. Oh, have I mined one extra there? I have. I just happen to need that amount of space, which is good. Yeah, I think I'll do it this way. I think I'll have it go flow like straight down there. So now we need some buckets, or just one really. And I should be able to yoink a bit out of there, yeah. How much light does that emit, I wonder? Oops. Like, what happens if I remove these lights here? Oh, it's going to be real dark, isn't it? What am I trying to do again? I was trying to get them... Oh, they're already there. I mean, it does emit some light. Not sure if I really want the light here or not. Maybe what I should do is try and hide the light. I got an idea. go back to our chisel. Actually, do you know what? I think I'm going to... I just noticed what the time is. I think I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to leave y'all hanging, because that's all I got time for today, peeps. Big thanks to everyone for coming by. All the peeps who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you to everyone for the gifted subs, and thank you to all my Patreons. Today we'll go raid Jamorian, who I haven't raided in quite some time. I got to shoot off though, so send my regards and hope you enjoy what they're up to. As that's it from me. I'll be back at a potentially similar time tomorrow, I believe. But yeah. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.